You made that last mortgage payment. The balance zeroes out, and it feels incredible for about a week. You tell yourself you'll figure out what to do with the freed up cash once things settle down. Then things settle down, and the money is still waiting for instructions. The median freed mortgage payment in America sits somewhere between $1,500 and $2,200 a month. For most people, that cash simply lands in a checking account and stays there, completely unassigned. These funds rarely go toward reckless purchases. Instead, they dissolve into the general noise of being alive: a slightly nicer grocery run, a weekend away, a home project that needed doing. The cash gets absorbed into the local economy like water into carpet. Take Karen. She's 54, works in HR at a manufacturing company outside Columbus, Ohio. After years of extra payments, she cleared her $1,840 monthly mortgage. She celebrated, took a Friday off, and then month 2 arrived, with nearly $2,000 of unscheduled money sitting in her account. This chart shows the opportunity cost over her 13-year runway to retirement. If she lets that $1,940 dissolve into daily living, she ends up with $0 in additional wealth. If invested at an 8% return, that cash flow compounds into $529,000. $500,000 evaporates. This loss stems from a simple mental note to figure it out later, rather than any cataclysmic gamble. That $529,000 margin dictates whether you retire on your own terms or work until an employer makes the decision for you. The reason that money vanishes so easily comes down to neurochemistry. Harvard researcher Dr. Tal Ben-Shahar coined the term arrival fallacy. Your brain is wired for pursuit, not possession. It spent 20 years chasing a zero balance. The moment the chase ends, it actively starts looking for a new target. Your brain has quietly kept a tab. When the mortgage disappears, it presents the bill, demanding a reward for all that sustained effort. It executes this reward through completely reasonable decisions. Karen's car lease is up. She's offered an updated version of her sensible Honda Accord with a slightly higher trim level for $340 a month. She can afford it now, so she signs. This stacked bar chart shows exactly how a payment dies by 1,000 cuts. The $340 car lease, a $490 bathroom renovation, a premium gym membership, an upgraded cable package, a vacation on credit. Segment by segment, these commitments perfectly eclipse the $1,940 total. None of this registers as reckless. Karen didn't buy a sports car or a vacation home. Because the upgrades feel modest, the licensing effect bypasses our internal financial alarms entirely. The loss feels rational while it is happening. Beyond psychology, there are systemic traps waiting right after the final payment. The first is the escrow ambush. For decades, your lender quietly managed an escrow account, taking a slice of your payment to cover property taxes and insurance. When the loan ends, that account closes instantly. Nobody calls to warn you. The system that demanded 276 consecutive mortgage payments extends zero courtesy about what comes next. Come October, the county tax assessor will send a massive lump sum property tax bill that you are no longer automatically prepared for. Then there is the false profit trap. Your house now has hundreds of thousands of dollars in visible equity. Someone will inevitably suggest you take out a HELOC, a home equity line of credit, and use that paid-off house as an investment fund. This line chart illustrates the mathematical danger of that advice. You are borrowing at a fixed 7.2% to chase an asset that might return 8%. You net a tiny margin in a good year. But in a bad year, when the market drops negative 20% without warning, you are paying 7.2% on borrowed money while your investments drown. You spent decades making that house unencumbered, only to turn it right back into bank collateral. Borrowing against a paid-off home is unpaying off your house just to feel clever. Willpower is a failed financial strategy. The only way to beat human psychology and systemic traps is an automated override, and it has to be implemented before your very first paymentless month arrives. Step 1 is building a self-managed escrow. Calculate your annual property taxes, your homeowner's insurance, and a 1% home maintenance reserve. Divide that total by 12. Set up an automatic transfer for that exact amount into a dedicated savings account every single month. Next, evaluate your emergency fund. With the mortgage obligation completely erased from your budget, the total cash required to survive for 6 months has drastically decreased. You are likely holding more than you need. This visual compares a standard traditional bank yield to a high-yield savings account. If you have $30,000 sitting in a regular checking account earning 0.39%, you are leaving roughly $1,100 a year on the table compared to a 4.2% high-yield account. Move the money. It takes 5 minutes. Taking these specific defensive steps immediately neutralizes the escrow ambush and isolates your baseline security. The cash that remains is now genuinely available to be deployed. Before buying a single stock, clear the board of toxic debt. Any credit card balance or personal loan carrying an interest rate above 7% must be killed immediately. Paying off a 22% credit card is a guaranteed 22% return on your money. With bad debt gone, look at your 401k. Most people set their contribution percentage in their 20s and never touch it. But the IRS offers a catch-up contribution. If you are 50 or older, you are legally allowed to shelter an additional $7,500 annually in that account. Next, fund a Roth IRA. Maxing this out ensures every dollar of growth remains completely tax-free in retirement. This tax-free growth is the intended outcome of the system Congress designed to reward long-term investing. Finally, build a bucket for intentional life spending. Keep a few $100s a month for the trip to Italy, the expensive dinners, the things you actually want. When the reward is planned, you enjoy it without sabotaging your future. This compounding curve chart projects the math of doing this correctly. By maxing out the tax-advantaged accounts and directing the rest into an S&P 500 index fund, a redirected $1,940 monthly payment grows into over $500,000 of new wealth by age 67. You didn't spend decades paying down a mortgage just to let the reward slip through your fingers. True financial margin appears when you build it deliberately. Write down the number, give every dollar a specific destination, and automate the transfers the exact week you make.